If you want to help support our channel, head over to Patreon and become a VIP member today. Oh boy. Oh boy. We are back, baby. Guns
We're fucking
and radio.
back.
We are effing back, as the kids in that one band like to say every time they
Those kids, you mean those fucking old bastards?
Yeah, well, we're back.
Yeah.
Last week we were gonna do our last live stream of the year last week, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Your boy got pretty bad sick, man. Had me worried.
Yeah.
But
I was
we
not
did.
going to be able to do a good enough show on last Tuesday, so I said, you know what? No chance, man.
I would have not asked you to do a fucking show.
No.
This is what happened. Okay, on my end, I was sitting here that weekend, and I found myself with a little free time. So I got an idea, and I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a best of 2024, and I'm not going to tell anybody, and I'm going to upload it as a surprise companion piece with our New Year's special. Well, luckily I did that though, and we were able to get an episode to you guys in our place. At the time, it's kind of like that was the YouTube gods looking out and looking down on us, and like, hey, Dustin, you should probably put together this best of, But anyway, I'm glad you're feeling better, bro, because I know I was worried about you, man. Yeah, but bronchitis or
something
pneumonia?
like that. Apparently, yeah, that's what the chest X-ray came back with. So,
damn,
if they got it, yeah, because it was either that or would have been walking pneumonia, which would have not been fucking fun. So,
oh no, dude, and then one can turn into the other.
Yeah, so I was just resting for like a good 3 or 4 days straight.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I wouldn't have did a show. Like, if you told me, like, oh, I got walking pneumonia, but I'm going to power through it, I'll be like, no, the fuck you're not.
I would die. I would not sound half as good as this. Like, I'm almost 100% now, but, like, that's it. Like, I just have maybe a slight, like, lingering cough, but that is, like, that's barely anything nowadays. Everyone's got a slight lingering cough.
Well, yeah.
Bullshit. Like, that's a slight lingering cough.
Yeah.
But lots of hot water, lemon, and honey on the docket, baby. That's it.
Yeah. Well, your boys are back today, and we're going to bring you a brand new episode. Even though we decided not to do it live this week, but we're going to do it anyway. We're not actually going to be live again.
Probably until the new year, I think.
No, we're not even doing that live. We're taping that one too.
Yeah, I'm saying till not New Year's Eve. I mean, like till after the New Year, probably like
the first episode after the New Year's special.
Yeah, so probably like the first Tuesday of January, probably.
I believe so. What is that? Well, New Year's. Yeah, it'll be January 7th that we return live.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to tell you, if this works out like it usually does, one of us is going to be in the chat.
Yeah.
For a little bit. Maybe not the whole episode.
For probably like the first like half hour or so, maybe.
Yeah, when we can. I mean,
yeah.
The reason we're doing these tapings like this is because we don't know what the fuck is going to be happening this month. Yeah. I'm all the time getting drugged to other people's Christmases, family Christmases.
I thought you said you're getting drugged at other people's Christmases.
Oh well, I'm getting other people. Yeah, dude. Getting drugged is not some kind of a risk. I'm not going to your family.
I think what you meant was getting dragged to. Like that threw me off. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Well, man, you gotta do. I'm here for a good time.
I'm just leaving my drink out. Please, someone, Rooflin. Anyone, please.
Hey, look, we have a
I'll pay you $10.
Yeah, especially if I don't remember being in this miserable fucking party.
I will show you my nudes. Give me some drugs.
Oh hell no! I'll tell you the biggest way to end a fight with somebody. If somebody gets in your fight and starts bucking up and getting bitchy and stuff, take your dick out and then cuss back at them.
That's literally it.
If you buck up to a man and you're cussing and red faced and furious and your dick's hanging out, that's like the ultimate sign of dominance.
Yeah, I remember this old Vine that was like kind of viral. Speaking of, remember Vine? Fuck. But yeah, that was basically it. It was just 6 seconds. These dudes are in a scrap, and this one dude just whips his fucking pants down. He's like, "Oh my god, his dick is out!"
Yeah.
Fight over. There's a dick out. Fight is automatically over.
Now I'm gonna tell you, when you have to worry is when the other guy pulls his dick out too. Now we might have a fight on our hands.
No, that's called a cockfight. On guard, jackasses.
When I lived in Mississippi, I went to a cockfight one time, and I was very disappointed when I brought a wad of 20s and everything. I was ready to place some bets, and I was like, "What's with these fucking chickens?"
I came here to see some fucking wiener. And all I got was some chickens.
I was gonna size up the competition, see if maybe I wanted to participate. I brought my MMA gloves.
I was gonna size up the competition. Size up.
Oh. Well, hopefully, guys, you've sized up the way this episode is going to go tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, for the 320th time, welcome to the Guts Radio podcast.
Size up that intro.
Listen, motherfuckers, to the show that should be heard. Download on your smartphone the show that you deserve. Streaming fucking bullshit, you know that's what we are. Podcast full of madness, isn't that absurd?
All right, put your dicks up, everybody.
Yeah. The cockfight's over now, okay?
We got a show to do.
That's for the after party on Patreon.
Woo! OnlyFans. I've been threatening for years now. I've been threatening to start an OnlyFans for a while.
I'll do it, man. I'll totally do it. I'll do it.
Oh, man. I saw this thing the other day where, as a joke, this girl made an OnlyFans page. She is a historian, and she's a very beautiful girl.
Mhm.
And her whole gimmick was spicy, seductive, Victorian era ankle photos.
Oh.
So it's basically her in a long flowing dress showing her ankles, which
There's a
would
market
have
for that.
been, back in those days, it would have been pretty racy.
That would have been very risque.
Yeah. And, but she set it up and it wasn't supposed to be up very long. And she got so many fucking people followed it and joined it that's what she does now. Like she just kept it up.
I tell you, there's a market for everything nowadays.
Dude, I know, dude. Dudes will JO to anything.
Seriously. Yeah, they'll jerk off to other people telling them to jerk off. Think about it.
That'll make an awkward conversation at a Christmas dinner. Let's talk about the fantasy rock draft from last week. Now, we're not going to be doing one of these because we're not live, and we're going to be taping so many of these in the next few days that the fantasy rock draft, I feel like, has been a successful segment for us. We'll be bringing that back when we come back in January.
Mhm.
But for now, we're going to bring it to a close by announcing the final winner of the fantasy rock draft. And our last topic was rock stars to bring for an awkward Thanksgiving dinner. With 63% of the votes, the winner, with his team of Ted Nugent, Tommy Lee, and Gigi Allen, is Chris Caputo.
I'm the one who wins like 95% of these. Even though,
Dude, you do well at this game, man. We've got a game that you're good at, man.
Fuck yeah.
You've been winning a lot of other games too, but there was a point there at one time where, dude, I was doing all I could to give them to you.
It was like the early days, man. If you guys will listen to like the first 2 seasons, that's pretty much me at these games. It was ass.
In a way, it was kind of funny though. Like,
Yeah,
it was great radio.
To me, I'm just like, You hear me going like, for like 5 minutes, like trying to wrap shit around my brain.
I offered to rig one to give him a win, and he wouldn't do it.
God damn it, I still got my integrity.
Well, congratulations. With 38%, I lost with Courtney Love, Kanye, and Kid Rock. Just couldn't hold a candle to Ted Nugent. And you know what?
It was G.G. Allen, man. It's the scat man himself. The real
dude,
scat
there
man.
wouldn't have been there's no competing with that, especially when you brought in G.G. Allen. I was done then.
Yeah.
Oops. I was done. Well, anyway, we thank you guys for participating and voting on the Fantasy Rock Draft. And yeah, we can't wait to bring that back in 2025 when we come back from our holiday vacation. Wow.
Yeah. From our weeks off.
That implies that we're doing nothing while we're gone.
Yeah.
Not that we're working this in where we can to make sure we don't miss a week. Anyway, we got some other stuff we're going to do tonight. We went to r/Guns N' Roses and picked out some of your questions about Guns N' Roses, and later on tonight we're going to be reading some of those and answering those questions to the best of our ability. But first, we're going to knock this out because this is going to be our last time to do it while it can still be current
and relevant.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for rock and roll headline news, and here, Caputo.
All right. Let's knock some big ones out of the way. AC/DC North American Stadium Tour next year. Quite a few dates have been announced so far. I don't know if any more are going to be announced, but I'm just kind of pissed that there's no Toronto date.
I'm kind of pissed that there's no St. Louis date.
Yeah, what the hell?
Chicago.
Yes, they have Minneapolis on April 10th, April 14th, and at Arlington. Of course, they're going to do AT&T Stadium. That place is fucking huge. They're doing the Rose Bowl. They're doing Vancouver, which I get why, because they pretty much record like all their albums since the 90s have been recorded in Vancouver. So
yeah, in Vancouver, over by Washington State.
It's basically right above Washington State. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So do that. Then they're going to Vegas. I was debating on like maybe going to Detroit, but it's like in the middle of the week, and it's like it feels like a weekend. I'd go to Detroit for a weekend. It's a quick drive for me, but like I'm not gonna go like during like on a Wednesday. Yeah, I'm just gonna randomly go to Detroit on a literally go to the States on a Wednesday for reasons, you know. But that's like the closest one I could do because there's no other like it's not like a Buffalo or something. So,
well, I mean, it's AC/DC. Your dad would probably go with you. I don't know your dad, but most people's dads would be a safe bet they'll go see AC/DC.
Well, I mean, they are playing at Gillette Stadium on his birthday, so we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Massachusetts, Pittsburgh, Landover, MD. What is that? Maryland?
Yeah.
Okay, Maryland. Oh God, fuck that state. Tampa, Nashville.
Wait,
Chicago.
what did Maryland do?
I don't like Baltimore.
Really?
I just don't like Baltimore. I don't know.
I mean, I've never been there.
Don't like it. Yeah. And, maybe Chicago. I could probably. I know I have some of my sister's friends in Chicago. Maybe I could stay at their place or something for a day.
I thought about Chicago, but it's like, man, right now, I told you, I don't know if we've told it on the air or not, but I'm going to Boston next year.
Yeah.
In March with Mason and Rick. And dude, first off, that's going to cost me a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
Second off, even if it don't, I have to be prepared for the fact that it might.
Yeah.
So, and I have had, dude, my blinders are so focused on Boston right now. Like, it's silly. I'm getting a tattoo. What day is this? What day is this airing? This is airing on the 10th.
10th, yeah.
Okay, I'm getting a tattoo on the in 6 days, and almost didn't do it, except for I've been making a video on this journey, and which will be up once it's finished, but I don't want to spoiler it here.
Mhm.
And so I made my own single standalone vlog video. But yeah, I almost didn't do it because I really want to. I would rather spend the money on Boston,
Yeah.
but I also really want this tattoo. So
Yeah, that's the
it's
thing
gonna
too.
happen.
You and I have probably spent so much money on concerts just for the next year alone. Like, yeah, seriously. And plus, I think I'm seeing Metallica around that time in May anyway, so I wouldn't be able to go in May anyways. Um, but yeah, because I was thinking, I also just got tickets to fucking because Elimination Chamber is coming to Toronto, so I got
Oh,
tickets
nice,
to that. Bring my girlfriend to
nice.
like her first ever wrestling show, and plus, it's the last time to see John Cena in Toronto, so
Oh, cool.
she's
So
going on that
you're,
retirement tour.
dude. It'll be nice having the only girl in the building. She's all yours. That's nice.
Come on.
No, it's WWE. It's not GCW.
Yeah, that's true. We're not like an indie show in like, Atlantic City. Um,
Oh
but
man.
moving on,
Yeah.
in the news here, Iron Maiden have announced a new drummer. So this happened over the weekend, pretty much. Their Nico McBrain just decided to retire over the weekend. I think there's some other health issues or whatever going on.
Oh wow.
So basically, he did his last show, I think, this weekend. They were in Brazil or somewhere in South America, and they finished up doing, I guess, their South American tour. And now Nico McBrain is retired. Dude did like in his 60s, so like rightfully so. I mean, like, get out while you can. And
Yeah.
now Iron Maiden have replaced him with Simon Dawson of British Lion.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so we'll see him on the next tour starting in Europe next year.
Well, at least it was a seamless transition, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Iron Maiden. Not in the Hall of Fame. Can't believe that.
Yeah, that's kind of shit.
We should boycott the Hall of Fame till the Scorpions and Iron Maiden and some of those real bands are in there.
Absolutely, I agree. Now into the lawsuit area of today's rock and roll news. Axl Rose has settled the sexual assault lawsuit that we mentioned way back in November, a year
All
ago. Literally a year later.
Wow. Is this the one with Kat?
No, this is from former model Sheila Kennedy. Remember, she filed the suit claiming that the singer that Axl forced himself onto her or whatever, even though basically that like in her biography from 2016 and this other documentary from 3 or 4 years ago, she described the encounter as consensual and that she pretty much wanted to bang him. So
Yeah, and then some lawyer got in their ear and hey, it's a week before statute of limitations is up on this.
yeah, literally, that's what
Let's get this
Axl's
money.
lawyer said here. Simply put, this incident never happened. Notably, these fictional claims were filed the day before the New York State filing deadline expires.
Oh wow.
His lawyer even called it out like that. Yeah, even too, saying, despite having made clear and definitive statements both before and after the height of the Me Too movement, their alleged sexual encounter with Rose was consensual. Her position is now shifted. So obviously she's trying to get some money out of this.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
And it seems like, it's been basically settled at a court or something. So maybe
That's
whatever.
sad though that it came to that, but I guess it's good he's got the money to do shit like
It's
that.
better to do it like that, or else then, I
Just
don't know,
give them something and get them to go away.
tell him just to get him the fuck off, And then
But man,
Axl keeps denying it himself, and even, his lawyer, Mr. Rose, has suffered greatly from this loss, and please, he'll now be able to move on with his life. So can you release some music now about it? Write a song about this chick. You make her real famous.
yeah, I don't think Axl Rose is going to be Taylor Swifting anybody.
Bro, why not? That's how you get them streams up, bro.
I'll tell you though, man, I'm glad I live so close to KC because when Taylor and Travis Kelce break up and she releases a single about him, I'm gonna go get him to sign it, and then I'm gonna hang it on my wall, right next to my picture of Patrick Mahomes back there. A lot of families have Jesus over the dinner table. I have Patrick Mahomes.
He's my Jesus. Welcome to my religion.
Yeah, I'm my homieism.
Mahomeyism. All right. Well, at least it's got more merit than Scientology. So,
Bro, I ain't saying much.
no. All you need is one famous person to get into it, and that's it.
What we do? We got Patrick Mahomes.
No, I'm saying you need like an outside celebrity. You need like, like an actor or something, some easily gullible actor. Just get him to be like, yeah, I totally support this.
We get Travis Kelce. No, Andy Reid. How funny would that be? The Church of Mahomes, and we're gonna have Andy Reid speak here. Andy Reid, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do. I don't know why this is stupid. Anyway, I'm glad to hear that that's settled.
But something else that that may not be settled soon enough. Right here, Kiss is getting sued. Actually.
Oh wow! Really?
Yeah, Kiss is getting sued by a wig roadie. Yeah. So a Los Angeles judge told Kiss to set it.
A wig roadie?
Yeah, they fired this guy. This lawsuit was brought in February 2023 by former crew member David Matthews, which ironically, no, not Dave Matthews of the band. So this is okay. So this is this guy whose main responsibility as part of the costume team was to maintain the band's hair. Claimed he was forced to work in close proximity with Gene Simmons while the musician was suffering from COVID, but also denying it. And wow, there's even more shit. It's a 6-point suit. Also, he was claimed by Doc McGee for allegedly being involved in reports in which the Kiss crew revealed their concerns about the band's COVID measures in the aftermath of, remember, their guitar tech who died from COVID on the road.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Kiss is getting sued. And then this basically, if this goes to trial, it would not surprise me if this guy got nothing. It's a whole thing now. So it may go to court. It looks like it's up to the LA district attorneys to see.
Well, if they did put somebody in those conditions, then,
Well, fuck. They don't care. Their legacy's internal. Yeah, we're going to be avatars now. Yeah. We'll never die. We'll never get COVID. I'm not the threat to bullshit.
You can't get COVID when you got some rock and roll.
Yeah, and you really like girls.
That's kind of sad, though. I mean, I don't think and this is me speaking. Look, Gene and Paul are definitely all about the money.
Oh, they are. They're hustlers, bro. That's all they are. They're greedy fucks.
Now, I love them, and I'm fans of them. Don't get me wrong. But you can't put people in dangerous situations, man.
Mm-hmm.
And, hell, and we even have a great COVID policy here. When we have COVID, either me or Chris, we don't come within 3 states of each other. Okay. So we have a 3,000 mile.
Yeah, we've got at least a couple hours flight, and then another 2-hour drive.
It would take a lot of effort to catch COVID.
Yeah, pretty much. You can't send this shit via email, motherfucker.
Maybe you should look into adopting our policy. That'd be funny. Like you go to Kiss and it's just them in front of a webcam like this. With the pyro going on the stage and shit.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
Oh,
this is gonna ruin the tour. This is gonna ruin the Avatar, Gene. You fucking asshole.
Well, I don't know though. Gene's pretty old. If he did have COVID, man, he got lucky on the symptoms if he was still able to tour and play.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're in their 60s, and that's who was getting killed by the
late
shit.
60s, I think early 70s.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Yeah. And then one last piece, actually, to wrap things up here. This kind of like just boggles my mind. Victor Willis, one of the lead singers of the Village People, has now called on media to stop calling YMCA a gay anthem. And of course, this was These are all quotes taken from a very long, drawn-out post on Facebook, so you know which side of the political spectrum this guy lands on.
Oh no.
Yes. There's been a lot of talk, especially of late, that YMCA is somehow a gay anthem. As I've said numerous times in the past, that is a false assumption based on the fact that my writing partner was gay, and some, bracket not all, of Village People were gay. And that the first Village People album was totally about gay life.
No, hold up.
yeah.
Hold up. You lost me at as of late.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. I've never known this to be anything but a gay album, and
This
I'm
is one of
39
the
years
gayest
old.
songs of all time. This
Wow.
is gayer than
Yes.
George Michael's entire discography.
This song is literally gayer than anything gay in the whole world. Like this goes
Yeah.
out off the spectrum of gayness into its own
This
fucking
is gayer
thing.
than Freddie Mercury doing very gay shit at
With
a
Elton
party.
John.
Yeah. This is
At
gayer than
Bonnaroo.
Liberace.
This is the gayest song ever. And not that that's a bad thing. We're not saying that in any fucking way, but goddamn, dude, you're really walking on some thin ice when you're fucking with your only fan base here.
Pretty much. You one-hit wonder, have an ass.
God damn. Who would have thought the Village People were going to come out being like that?
Well, this is just one of the guys. This is the for those who need a visual, this is the quote police officer
Of course
of
it
the
is.
of the group of the Village People. Yeah.
Of course it
You wouldn't
is.
expect this from the racist native headdress guy. You know, that's really, you would expect that from Navajo over there.
Of course it's the cop.
Yeah. And
But
then
kick his ass to the curb. I hope the rest of them dead.
I don't know. I think, well, they're probably all still alive, but then he goes on to basically say that come January 2025, my wife will start suing each and every news organization that falsely refers to YMCA either in their headlines or alluded to in the base of the story that it's somehow a gay anthem because such a notion is based solely on the song's lyrics alluding to illicit activity for which it does not. And it's saying that's I'm going to sue them all for defamation or something. So I'm like, okay, cool, have fun.
Well,
I know this is America and you can sue people for whatever the fuck you want, basically, but I don't think that would hold in court.
In that case, we are going to announce something here for Guns and Radio. Starting in 2025, during every one of our news segments, we're going to be showing this crawl.
Oh yes, this is. Please sue us.
Because I can tell you what you're going to get. Nothing. We ain't got nothing to give you.
Yeah, Victor Willis, come and sue us, you pussy.
Dude, you seriously, you got to quit. God damn, man. Somebody's got to be like Grandpa. Somebody in his family needs to call him get Grandpa off of Facebook. Because it's like, dude, you're fucking your only fan base right now. You're fucking with that. Like, if it wasn't for gay people, nobody would listen to you.
Literally. And it's funny because they even wrote a song called In the Navy that's probably just as gay as YMCA.
And dude, you don't get to say that your song is a gay anthem or not. Gay people have chosen your song as an anthem, and you need to feel fucking honored.
Yeah.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. And then I think later on in that lengthy ass Facebook post, you could, of course, you know, he's very thankful for a certain president-elect to be using the YMCA at the rallies. I mean, that's perfect. That's basically what that song hits. You know, it's on gays and old people who can only really move their arms like this much in the air. So it's perfect. They can do the dance.
Especially gay old people.
Yeah, cripples.
You'd be surprised how many gay old people there is.
Oh yeah, they're all in Boca Raton, baby. Sashay away.
Dude, could you imagine?
Or they're all in San Francisco, actually. So
could you imagine being gay and having to like keep that a secret until you were in your 60s or 70s, and then it finally became okay in society?
God damn, yeah.
Jesus Christ, I feel horrible for those people. Anyway,
I would too, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it for news.
All right.
Last little bit of news for 2024. So yeah.
Woo!
Because basically after mid-December, news just basically stops unless someone dies.
Yeah. Well, if it does, we'll have a catch-up segment when we return live in January.
We'll put a little bit at the beginning of the episode or something. Just one still frame.
Now
R.I.P.
watch it.
whoever the
Every
fuck it
rock
was.
star ever is going to die before this even this one airs. And this one's airing in 2 days.
I just no. We don't need like another like George Michael passing away on Christmas Day to happen.
No, we don't need that happening.
We don't need that shit.
Anyway, hopefully not. I hope we can have a good Christmas and nobody fucking. Okay, look, all y'all, just hold on. Okay, don't die during Christmas. That's the worst thing you can do. That's the most inconsiderate thing.
That's terrible of you to do. Fuck you.
Fuck you for dying during Christmas. Fuck you for thinking about it.
That's selfish, damn it. You selfish piece of shit.
Well, with that, folks, it's time for our next segment. We're actually going to do some Guns N' Roses content today because let's answer some Reddit questions.
Ooh.
So what we've done is we've gone to r/Guns N' Roses on Reddit. We've cherry picked some of your posts on there, so you might see yourself on here, and we're going to answer your questions to the best of our ability. So let's see what we've got. Okay, this one is from Velvet. I can't see that. Velvet Leopard
333.
There we go. Let me zoom in a little bit. Velvet Leopard 333. Who is the deeper voice in some of the songs? This might be a really silly question, but I'm a new fan. Who is the deeper voice singing? For example, who says cool ranch dressing on Pretty Tied Up and Red Hot Mama on Hair of the Dog?
Well, fuck enough. I mean, there is a lead singer.
Yeah.
And you know his name.
Well,
and he's the same guy who's doing all that stuff. That's
yeah.
Axl. That's a lot of dude loves his vocal layering. You can do like high pitch and then like sort of like a lot of lows. Even on Chinese Democracy, you're still doing that stuff. You listen to the multi tracks.
Yeah,
Some
like
really
on
cool
Shackler's
shit.
Revenge.
There was a time.
Yeah. Yeah, I had that too because I got to thinking, when I first started becoming a GNR fan, that was a question. I was like, do they got another singer or something? But because it does fuck with you when you're new to it and you're not used to it. So
yeah, for us, just like I can just like name this in like 5 seconds, but yeah, for the newbies, we gotta keep ourselves composed.
Yeah. So yeah, we're not gatekeepers here. So Velvet Leopard 333, it is 100% Axl. And I know you've got 33 comments on that post already. I did not read them. Hopefully they were kind. All right, this one comes from Eleanor Rose 21. If Duff McKagan came out with a fragrance, what would the smell like and what would it be called? It would be called Sent by Southern, and it would smell like Dino Nuggies.
No, I was gonna say he would let Susan pick the scent. So it's basically it wouldn't be a cologne. It would be a woman's perfume. Because he's also a feminist as well.
What if Duff did make his own scent without Susan? I say Dino Nuggies. I think it's gonna smell like Dino Nuggies.
Well, if we're thinking like 90s stuff, it would be like
vodka.
Like 4 gallons of vodka. Whatever 4 gallons of vodka ingested in man smells like.
Oh, and it would be called Essence of Exploded Pancreas.
Yeah, essence of an alcoholic.
Oh, let's see what we got next. This is from user A Lo Vera. I see what you did there. If GNR made a new album, would you want it to be more like Appetite for Destruction or more like Use Your Illusion or something different? That's a good question.
That is actually a good question. I don't know. I just would want something that's good and that like would hold up like the rest of their sort of catalog has. I think nowadays it's much more tougher to have sort of like songs like that 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 you can't instantly know it in that moment that it's going to hold up for 40 years or the rest of the time. I don't know. I think a good mix of everything. I feel like now, like that late stage of your career, it's like who cares? You can basically make the same album twice at this point.
Yeah.
Why not? Fucking just go to nostalgia bait, have a little bit of stuff that sounds like from everything in between. I'd say why not?
I can see that. I personally, if I had to pick between eras, you might as well end it on the same note you started it with and go more
Mhm.
appetite. Because let's be real, if we do get another album, it's gonna be the last one. First
Yeah,
off, we're probably not getting a new album. And if we did, it's gonna be the last one.
yeah. Greatest hits
'Cause
2. All right, there we go. Phone it in.
Use Your Illusion 3.
It's just all the demos and outtakes that you can find on like fucking YouTube.
Oh, if they did that, I'd be furious. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna say I'm gonna lean more Appetite heavy because I like that album better than Illusion. If we're going just between those two, honestly, I like these little Chinese Democracy leftovers we've been getting, and
Mhm.
I hope to see more of those, of the good ones. Like we still got State of Grace and a bunch of others that who knows what some of those other songs sound like. So I mean, I like them. I liked Hard School. Absurd has grown on me.
Yeah, it's all right. I think perhaps it's probably the best out of all
Oh,
4 of them
perhaps it's
we've gotten so
beautiful.
far.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
general sucks though. Anyway.
I mean, if Monsters ever released, that'll be the next best one, I'd say.
Yeah, I think
That
so
or
too.
Atlas Shrugged, because I mean, I'm still waiting for that. Like, it's been rumored to be
Yeah.
like released in like 2017.
Yeah, it's just sitting there. Like you've got so many great songs just sitting around. Put that shit out and let's go. Let's do it.
Why not? Yeah.
People are claiming I can't read the username on this one. It's way too small, and I'm not even going to try. But for those of you
Yeah.
listening, actually, no, we're going to be putting video back on Spotify now. We've decided. So, yay! Um,
Woo!
so it's a photo of Betta and Axel, and it says people are claiming that Axel and this woman are secretly married. Do any of you know if that's true?
I
Well, we've
mean,
been
I
claiming
think
it.
so.
I don't know.
Yeah, we just assumed though, because at this point it's like, I sure, but it's kind of weird to be married to someone who you consider as a motherly figure. That's like,
Not really. Not if you think
it's
about it.
basically just like a porno scenario come to life, and just like it does not leave, does not leave your spank bank, is permanently.
Mm. Well, we all know my thoughts on this. They're
Yeah,
married. As a married man,
me
okay.
maybe it's probably for like like to keep her in the country purposes or something maybe. I don't know. Immigration purposes. There you go. There you go. Instant status right there.
Potentially,
That could be.
potentially,
And
yeah.
then the whole family there too.
Oh fuck! I just thought of something. That's our Yoko Ono.
Hey. Well, I don't hate Betta that much. I hate her son more, but that's it. I think her son's more the Yoko Ono. Like that guy needs to fuck off. Her or
Oh,
whatever. Listen, I don't think she's that terrible woman.
they all
Has
need
she
to
done
fuck
things
off.
wrong? Yes, but like I don't think she's that terrible. But yes, they all
Well,
do.
Betta's
Whatever that
always
is.
been really nice to me, so I guess I can't talk too
Yeah,
much about Betta. But she's definitely married.
exactly. I think the only thing I can really gripe her for was like maybe some of those fan interactions. At responding to people on Instagram and some not nice things.
Yeah. All right, Velvet Revolver. This one's from user ManyAd6323. Velvet Revolver and Snake Pit. And they say, okay, this might seem like a dumb question, but I remember reading somewhere that some of the songs from Velvet Revolver and Snake Pit were intended for Guns N' Roses before Axl rejected those songs. Can someone run me down on what those songs were?
Well, I would say I think almost the entire first Snake Pit album was supposed to be riffs that Slash had written for could have been the next GNR album.
Yeah,
But I
I
still didn't
remember
like
seeing
any of those. I believe. I think Fault of Pieces. I heard a rumor that it was supposed to be like a track for GNR.
Yeah, I think Slash played Fall to Pieces for Axl. he seemed interested in it, and then Slash never brought it up again. Is Axl's side of the story on that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like at the tail end of them
96 probably.
Yeah, that era of GNR.
Mm.
So I think you can look at 5 O'Clock Somewhere
Mm-hmm.
by Snake Pit, and it's a safe bet that all of those songs Axl rejected. And then I think you can probably look at Fall to Pieces. Maybe even what's that one VR song they do now?
Slither? Maybe? I don't know. I feel like they just do that as like an obligation to cover it.
Well, I think Axl wasn't, according to Axl, in whatever interview I read a long time ago, and I could be remembering it wrong, I'm pretty sure he was interested in those. But he was not interested in the Snake Pit stuff. So there you go.
I think at that time he already had that. He's like, I want to move away from this hard rock stuff. You know, we don't need another Appetite. And he was kind of right. Like, do you really need to make the same album twice? I mean, AC/DC did it for about 27 plus albums, but still, I like, as someone as controversial as GNR have been, you know, like, I don't think it would work in the long run.
Well, I like that every album is completely different.
Exactly. Has its own sort of uniqueness, identity.
Yeah.
Such.
So I think the 5 O'Clock Somewhere, if you're looking for a good place to start, 5 O'Clock Somewhere.
That's your best. Yeah, that whole album.
Just getting into Guns N' Roses. Do I look like Slash? Let's see.
Need more facial hair.
A little stubble there.
Also, are you stoned enough to be Slash? That's the real question.
I don't know. He doesn't look very stoned. I'm gonna give you, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give you a 7.
I'll give you like a 6.
Because if you look at the photo, but like kind of squint your eyes, and if I just told you, like, if you just squint your eyes, and if I told you, hey, look, I got a picture of Slash, would you really question it all that much? You know?
None really. Well, I mean the hat. It's not his hat.
Well, that's a costume party hat.
It's
that's
very,
a New Year's.
It's very nitpicky, but like, yeah, dude, that's not Slash's hat, man. Where's the buckle around the bottom there, you know?
Yeah, get some construction paper and finish that construction paper hat.
Just put a belt around it, you pilgrim.
Oh, he does kind of look like a pilgrim, doesn't he? It's like if Slash came over on the Mayflower.
He came over on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade float.
No, Macy's Thanksgiving parade would have supplied him with an accurate hat. This is like your local township parade.
No, Macy's would have supplied him with his own float. It's going to be him doing a shred down fucking like Times Square.
I'd be stunned if Slash never did the Macy's parade.
That would be cool as shit, man. Just have an artist just like just do like shreds and stuff. Be like, yeah.
I've seen Bare Naked Ladies do it before. I'd be stunned if they hadn't had one with Slash.
Yes, and on ways to love to marry.
Yeah, when they were lip syncing.
Canadians invaded your Thanksgiving Day parade. Holy!
I know, right?
God.
Oh, this is a good question from user Infancy. Infant size.
Infinite SI.
All right. Do you think they actually like each other, or do you think it's like a Motley Crue situation where they only spend time together if they're being paid for it?
I honestly genuinely think they kind of do.
I think they've got a bond. I think Motley Crue does too. At the end of the day.
Motley Crue's bond is, hey guys, we're really shitty people, but we're really good at playing music together because we're just shitty people. I don't know. Fuck them.
Well,
I mean, just read the dirt and watch the movie. Motley Crue are dicks.
Yeah. The reason I think, and I'm going to say that they do like each other. And the reason I say that is because about a year before the reunion, Slash's brother posted a thing about Axl Rose being fat and out of shape and a piece of shit. And immediately, about a day later, he took it down and issued an apology. And in his tweet, he said, "I'm sorry. I didn't know they were friends again." And that was kind of our first clue at a reunion.
Yeah.
And so I think that, and even when they were not speaking to each other, I think that there was a fondness there because you would see these videos of Axl backstage talking to people and stuff, and he'd be telling stories about Slash. So I think I'm inclined to believe that they are, at least if they are only here together for the money, then they're at least enjoying each other's company while they make the money.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like they definitely. I think it's good you brought up that point. 'Cause I do remember like clips of like of Axl being backstage and telling stories of Slash and stuff. Um, and I think like eventually these guys would have had the reunion. They would have reunited. It wasn't maybe. Unfortunately, I think it maybe came at a time where like it seems like Axl needed it the most.
Yeah.
Just because it's like you basically promoted this one album for almost 2 decades. So we
And it
basically
only been
pre-promoted
out.
it 8 years before. Yeah, we pre-promoted it 8 years before it came out, and then we gave it about another 6 years or so afterwards, and then like
Yeah.
we still didn't put a sequel out. So I don't know. I guess finally, as I think maybe it was just like Axl just like accepting like his own sort of like thing. Like maybe his vision didn't work out the way he wanted. He basically said, "You know what? Fuck it. Let me cave in and bring most of the gang back."
Well, plus, I mean, you're older now. You're not the same guy you were when these guys broke, and neither are they.
Exactly, and I think he finally matured and grew up a little bit. So I
And
think
you
that
miss
could
your
help.
friends.
No, absolutely. Your day ones, pretty much.
Yeah. So I think maybe they are back together just for the money, but they're enjoying being together
Yeah,
again, I
I
feel
mean,
like.
money is definitely a reason to do something, but I think like genuinely wanting to do it is probably more of the things. It's like money's great, but how long can you stand people if you really like them that much? Like, how would you be able to stand it for that long? Like, it's not. It's only worth it for so long.
Yeah. Let's see what we got. All right. Last one. Ranking GNR songs by their heaviness. So I'm studying for my A+ exam, but I got bored, and so I made a ranking of some of the most heaviest songs from Guns N' Roses, from least heavy to most heavy. Now I did this from memory at work, humming the songs to myself, so it's not perfect. And anytime there was a tie, I opted to only keep whichever song I liked better. So, which songs do you think I should add or change the ranking to? Now, for this, I have on my phone, I did save um his list here, I believe. Where did I put that? Oh, I guess I didn't save the list. So I guess we're gonna have to ask you, Chris. I'll tell you what, let's do it
Yeah.
this way. What do you think are the 3 heaviest songs from Guns N' Roses?
Well, that's the thing though. Like in terms of heavy, what are we talking? Like how fucking metal they are, or like what's
Yeah.
like? Is it heavy based on like riff? Like lyrical topical discussion?
Well, I
It's
think
kind of
that
my thing because you can go in so many avenues with that.
he's going for like a heavy metal thing. Let me get the original pulled up and see if I can still access the screenshot I took. Because I know I took, okay, so I did this on my phone sitting on the couch one night and then I kind of trimmed them all. But let's see. Okay, so lightest to heaviest. I do got the list here. Okay, so
Okay.
from starting from lightest to heaviest, and I've only got up to 16 on this list, so you'll have to bear with me here. But
All
he's
right.
got the lightest one is You Ain't the First, Patience.
Mhm.
Next. 1 in a Million. Don't Cry. If the World. Heaven's Door. Sweet Child. Yesterday's. Live and Let Die. Civil War. Anything Goes. Night Train. Back Off Bitch. Perfect Crime. Hard School. Out to Get Me. And that's where my screenshot ends.
Oh,
So,
that's so Hard School's like at the top right now, I guess. Okay.
well, Hard School's closer to the top than we get about midway. So, what do you think are the 3 heaviest GNR songs? What would you pick if you had to go with your 3 heaviest ones? What would you pick?
Jungle, Night Train. I'm trying to think of one that really does kick ass.
I'm kind of thinking like
there's this
heavy metal. I'll do mine. In no particular order. I'm thinking, Oh My God.
Ooh.
Shackler's Revenge. Oh My God, Shackler. And I do think Night Train is kind of low down the list. So you might be listening to the album version. It's a lot slower than the one they play live. So that's a hard question for me too. But yeah, definitely Oh My God and Shackler are up there with I put Hard School up there. That's pretty heavy. That's a pretty rocking song. I don't know how heavy it is. What do you think? Let us know in the comment section below. What do you think are the heaviest GNR songs?
Yeah, give us like three of 5. Give us an X amount. So I'm even having like weird thing trying to think of this too. I'm just like I don't know. The word heavy is basically like, liberally using the word, icon or legend. Like not everything is iconic or legendary. Chill the fuck out.
No. I was thinking more like heavy metal when I was saying mine. Maybe Chidem. There you go. I'll put Chidem up there. Chidem's pretty heavy.
It's more punk rock than anything. That riff is very sick.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. What about Black Leather? Black Leather.
I put covers in there.
It's
like, yeah, I don't know if I put covers in there. That's the thing.
Okay. Garden of Eden.
Maybe. I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking like Bad Obsession. I think is kick ass.
Oh, that's a good one.
I would say I'm trying to think. That or like Perfect Crime, I'd say is a pretty good one. Something that's a little more like quick, fast pace.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to check the score real quick.
No.
We're recording on Sunday. But there we go. That's that is the Reddit questions we have. And that was pretty fun, man. Maybe we should do that again someday.
Cool. I'm down for that. Hell yeah.
And we're gonna have some shorter episodes moving forward, but we're gonna have some fun bits in each episode that I think you guys are gonna enjoy. You guys are gonna love our Christmas special. We got a hell of a Christmas special.
Yeah, this Christmas special is gonna be the best one we've done probably in the entire existence of this podcast.
Oh yeah, we're going balls to the wall for our Christmas special.
Hands the fuck down.
And I'll tell you something else. I normally don't promote other people's shit on here, but our guy Third Man Dan on his What the Famicom podcast, they recently released their annual Christmas special, which is the video gift buying guide for gamers, Christmas gift list for gamers, and it's always hilarious. And if you guys, that's out now. I get excited when they put that out. I look forward to it. So go check them out when you get a chance. And but we're glad that you're here now. And our song of the day is also glad to be here. And it's going to feature Bumblefoot on vocals.
This is from the one that made it to air on TV, right? It was like the Pro Shot one.
Yeah, but you can't find it without the timestamp anywhere anymore.
Yeah. Oh, really? I thought it always had the timestamp.
No, it didn't on TV. I watched it on
Oh,
TV without the timestamp, but I can't find the goddamn thing without the timestamp anywhere.
really? I don't know. I'm so used to it with the timestamp like blazingly there, so I'm just like, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna have the timestamp. So anyway, let's take a look.
Let's do it.
Thank you. Good night.
Oh, that was quick.
On a guitar. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ron Bumblefoot Thaw.
Oh, hang on. Suck a dick. And I do love Bumblefoot though, man. And if you want to hear the album version, it's off of his album Abnormal.
I'm so glad to be here, I could slit my fucking wrist. This chaos is just what I need to keep me nice and pissed. My chest fills up with acid till the veins pop in my head. I wake up every morning wishing God would strike me dead.
All right, so I guess by now you've kind of seen how this is going to go. I remember when they started playing this, I loved it first off because I just like hearing Bumble sing. This was after he told me he's the one singing on those albums.
He kept it a mystery. He was like, "That's totally not me. I don't know, some other guy."
No, dude, I'd listened to his albums and I was like, "Who's that singing on your records?" He's like, "That's me, man." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know you sang."
Perfect impression, by the way, too.
What? You know, it's funny. My Bumblefoot and my Yogi the Bear are the same. What are you talking about? I love Bumble. Is it just me, or does the rest of the band look like they're not all that interested in playing this song?
Oh, they're hired hands. What else do you expect? Like Axel gets a break and we don't. Fuck.
Like Fortis is over there just following Brain. Like he has no
Frank.
clue what he's doing.
Yeah.
Or Frank, yeah.
The man formerly known as Brain.
Yeah. And I don't believe you're gonna see the lyrics on the teleprompters during this.
Probably not, no, because Axel's not playing these. So
Yeah.
teleprompters are off for Axel use only.
I could jump off every bridge, but everybody's got a rope around one of my limbs. They're trying to get their pussy, keep on tearing me apart. They want to get inside me so they can kick around my heart. When all around me they see some other guy, it doesn't matter what I say, they all made up their minds. I didn't like it then, I still don't like it now, but I find the strength to smile somehow and say, I'm so glad to be here.
At least Tommy's looking like he's having fun though.
Yeah. Oh, Tommy's always having fun, man.
Oh, dude. Anyway, what are you thinking so far? How you digging it? You hating it?
It's all right. It's interesting. I mean, I don't know. It's very like ska reggae-ish. I'm like, I guess
Well,
you can fit
kinda.
this into a GNR show. I mean, they used to give us reggae during Knocking on Heaven's Door. We're just getting it, at a random other time in the night while Axel takes a break.
Oh, piss break. I'll tell you what. Why don't you read some of the lyrics and let's dissect this song. I think they're pretty clear, but they like to hear it in your soothing voice.
All right. I'll give you some lyrics here. I'm so glad to be here. I could slit my fucking wrist. Oh wow. The
Right.
irony. Yeah, this chaos is just what I need to keep me nice and pissed. My chest fills up with acid till the veins pop in my head. I wake up every morning wishing God would strike me dead. But when the whole world looks at me, they see some other guy. Doesn't matter what I say, they all made up their minds. I didn't like it then, and I still don't like it now, but I find the strength to smile somehow.
And you know what? I don't feel like this is very far fetched from how Bumble felt at the time. He did not seem happy in GNR.
Yeah. But it's also kind of weird. It's like you have like, oh yeah, I don't want to. It's basically kind of like a double, not a double entendre, but it's kind of like playing you're playing two sides of the coin here. It's like the lyrics are kind of like fucked up. You're playing it over this like nice, happy
It's
sort of
happy.
like riff. So it's like
Yeah.
ironic in a way, you know.
Well, there's still there's a breakdown, a solo, and a last verse to go. In the album version, he really gets into it in that last verse. But we'll see what he does live here. Maybe this was a message to somebody.
Maybe.
I'm really glad to be here. Oh, I'm so glad to be here. I'm so really, really glad to be here. Right.
It does sound very happy, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Make you want to get up and dance a little bit.
From Wyoming, this is Gertrude Ferreira. It's also for Billings, Montana.
So that little drum fill from old Thunder Chucker. Where did he say old Frank was from?
I don't know. I heard Boise, Idaho, or something, and then I heard Billings, Montana. I'm just like, what the hell am I listening to? Like, WWE list out the local cities they're gonna go to this weekend, or those old
I
like
don't know.
things. WWE is coming to your town, Boise, Idaho, whatever, you
I
know.
don't
Like
know where
some
the fuck Frank is from.
not from there, that's for sure. Not from Billings, Montana.
I think he was just fucking around. Like
I
Tommy
think
looked
so.
like he was having fun though.
I'm so glad I could just hang myself on the highest tree. I'm longing for the thrush of rushing trains over me. I haven't had a good night's sleep since 1995. And I'm too tired to ask why I keep myself alive. When the world looks at me, they see some other guy. It doesn't matter what I say, they all made up their minds. I don't like it then, and I still don't like it now. But I find the strength to smile somehow and say,
All right, so this is the part where he really gets into it, and I'm glad to see that he maintained that energy on the live version because this is the best part of the song right here.
Okay, yeah. So I think I was right around here. I'm so glad I could just hang myself from the highest tree. I'm longing for the crush of rushing trains over me. I haven't had a good night's sleep since 1995. I'm too tired to ask why I keep myself alive. When the whole world looks at me, they see some other guy. Doesn't matter what I say, they all made up their minds. I didn't like it then, and I still don't like it now, but I find the strength to smile somehow and say, I'm so glad to be here. I'm really glad to be here.
It's deep.
It's profound.
I'm so glad to be here. I'm really glad to be here. I'm so glad to be here. I'm really glad to be here. I'm so glad to be here, yeah. Really glad. I'm so glad to be here. I'm really glad to be here. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad. Yeah.
When did he join Guns N' Roses?
2006?
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I think it was in time because I remember they're supposed to do a tour in 2004. Because, yeah,
Yeah.
the 2002, then that got canceled. I think they took 2003 off. And then
Yeah.
2004, they're supposed to come back and do shows with Buckethead. But then apparently he had like health issues or something. Or it was some really weird things that went down between Axl and Buckethead, where like I guess management said it was health issues, but really it was down to them two not getting along anymore. And then Buckethead was pretty much gone by like mid 2004. And then they didn't end up doing any touring until 2006 when they found Ron. And then the rest was then. He was there for another 7-8 years. It was interesting, man. I was like, it was going like Metallica over there. I was like, dun, 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 dun. I was like, oh shit, it's pretty metal. From like, this like very like sort of like Scottish reggae type, like very happy beat, and it's like I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, the song's not bad. I'd have to listen to the studio version of it, but like hearing, Axel's backing band with Ron Thal on vocals do it sounds pretty okay, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it caught my interest into the song, so I mean, that's a
Well, why
plus.
don't you go first and just kind of give us your final thoughts? Then?
I'm gonna go like 3 out of 5 on this one. Like, hearing like if I heard this stuff live, like like random covers, whatever, it would be like my interest would be piqued into like maybe listening to more of these other guys' members, their solo stuff, or at least be interested in listening to what they have to offer as well, and be like, oh, this is the kind of stuff that got them the job here, playing with Axel and stuff. So I guess Axel likes this stuff. So maybe I like Guns N' Roses, so I may like this stuff too as well. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I do like the sort of like irony with the lyrics of the song to this like very happy, like very upbeat sort of like rock beat. But it's not a bad song. I'd have to like check out the actual studio version and sort of compare and contrast. But I feel like they're very similar regardless in any way. So yeah.
All right. First off, I'm going to say I do recommend that you do check out the album version. It's on the album Abnormal. Should be easy enough to find on YouTube. I know, like, the official music video is just his stage video that they played in the background during this. Not on this show, but later on, they made a video that would play in the background, like a cartoon that would play in the background during this song. And then afterward, Bumblefoot repurposed that to make his music video, and or somebody's put it together. I don't know what happened, where the official stance is on it. I feel like So Glad to Be Here is. I feel like okay, so this is what I've thought of because I've been a fan of this song for years. The happy melody masks behind it something dark and angry while still, and if you listen to the rest of the album, there's a lot of songs like that. Basically, there's something, oh shit, damn, earthquake. There's something internally that I feel like this song, believe it or not, is about dealing with mental issues, man, and about dealing with especially the kind that make you angry and
Mm-hmm.
and and the effects thereof. But the happy disguise is like the mask you wear in public when you're having those mental problems. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's a good point. Yeah.
And two albums that kind of deal with this kind of subject matter from Bumblefoot. There's Normal and Abnormal. And in the song Normal, he talks about getting prescribed medication, and now he's the
Mm-hmm.
happiest guy in the world. And So Glad to Be Here, I feel like is the opposite of that. So I really
Mm-hmm.
recommend deep diving into these, and I think you'll see what I'm talking about. I feel like So Glad to Be Here is a chapter in a story, and we're not getting the whole story here. But
Mm-hmm.
I think when you take in the context of the whole album, there's not any bad songs on those records, man. As the rain has started pouring.
What will the boys Guns N' Roses do the week before Christmas? All through the town. And I can't think of a rhyme, but I'm trying to put it in a British accent, so it kind of works.
That works for me. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll spin the old wheel and we'll find out.
All right, bruv.
Monsters.
Oh my goodness.
We got a big show for you next week.
Holy fuck. I haven't heard this since it first, quote unquote leaked. So
Wasn't that about a year ago?
it was about a year ago. Yeah, the last thing I think we got from this fucking band a year ago. Yeah.
Hmm.
It was just over a year ago, I'd say. About a year, probably about 13 months, I say. I
Okay.
think. Something like that, yeah. So we finally got around to covering some leaked shit.
Yeah, boy. Well, next week on the show, tune in for Monsters, and we'll be continuing our countdown to Christmas right now. It's what, 14 days till Christmas at the time that you guys are listening?
Yes. Oh, yeah. 14 days till Christmas Eve.
Oh, my God. It's almost Christmas, folks. We can't wait.
Get your gifts in, bruh. Get your shit. I gotta get someone to wrap my stuff, so super awesome.
I bought 10 boxes and put them in. Everybody's getting a 10 box from me.
10 boxes.
A 10 fucking box, because I don't wrap gifts. Even when I do buy people presents, I give it to them in the box from Amazon. Fuck all that. I ain't good at it. It looks stupid anyway, so I don't even try. People just make fun of my shitty rap jobs. Anyway, we'll see you next week, and until then, I'm Dustin Bonez.
And I'm Chris Caputo, guys. Next week, some pretty heavy shit. You're going to want to tune in next week because we're going to be covering one of the biggest songs of GNR in the past year that just came to light. So it's going to be wow.
It's going to be interesting.
God fucking damn. Anyways, peace out, guys. We'll see you next one.